Okay, now we're recording, so I'll jump on my bike and we'll get started. I'm not even going to play music today. Just the sweet sound of pain is all I'll need. All right, I'm pedaling. We're started. Just our typical warm up in low zone 2 power, about 60% of FTP. Got a 5-minute warm up. My legs were sore this morning. We'll see how this goes. Hopefully, they warm up. How are your legs this morning, Suzanne? Okay. We did a zone 2 muscular endurance, strength endurance workout on Tuesday. And I just did a run and swim yesterday, but I could still feel that Tuesday workout this morning. I did strength and conditioning before the ride on Tuesday, so I suppose it could have been a compound thing. One thing you never know is, if your body's going to respond well or not. Usually you get warmed up, try hitting a couple first and second intervals, and most of the time you'll be pleasantly surprised to be able to make the power, and the little ache and discomfort in the legs goes away. So just be hopeful it's one of those days. This first zone 5 workout, VO2 Max, if you would prefer to call it that, is meant to be an introduction. The zone 5 power that we're going to do is on the lower end of zone 5. Should be a safe place to go if our FTP is up to date in the Ruby system or on your zones. Again, we use the 7-zone Kagan model. So you got to make sure you're using the right zones if you want to get your intensity correct based on a current FTP test. For anybody that would be willing to, I'm going to prescribe a 20-minute test next week. For many of us, it's been 8 weeks since our last test. So it'd be good to get another test as we entered this VO2 Max block. We can test before and after to see what the effect was. It'll be interesting because doing all that VO2 Max workout for 4 weeks, it should have an impact. It might take a couple weeks after the block to have it show up. So we might actually test in 5 weeks, 6 weeks. There could be a lag for the body to respond to the stimulus. And sometimes it can be a full week So again, hopefully we'll test next week, do a 4-week block, get recovered, and test again. Our first interval coming up is going to be fast pedal, high cadence. We're going to have 4 of those in total. They're 1 minute each. The power ascends upward, starts at 85% of our FTP, and then it goes up 5% for each 1 minute fast pedal. So those instructions will come on your screen at 30 seconds to go, which we're at. 4 by fast pedal, cadence 100 to 120. We're going to start in zone 3. We're going to end in zone 4 for the ascending 1 minute intervals. Low zone 2 recovery between. First interval starts in 10 seconds. And start spinning this cadence up. Nice and smooth. 3, 2, 1, go. Power target's 85%. Call it moderate. Keep that cadence up. I was going down there. We're warming up still, so I gotta work my way up. For me right now, 95 feels fast. It's okay. Three, 2, 1, recover. Low zone 2 power, normal cadence. Nice and easy, just focused on recovery. Next fast pedal in 15 seconds. Start working that cadence up. We got 5 seconds to go. 3, 2, 1. Power is low zone 4, 90% FTP. Cadence should be getting close to 100 now. Try to relax the legs and spin fast. No bouncing. Ten more seconds. 5, 3, 2, 1, recover. Early in the morning, sorry about my coffee. Just trying to clear that congestion. Normal cadence right now. Low zone 2 power. Heart rate's coming down. And we're going again in 5 seconds. Bring that cadence up. Target's 95%. Get into zone 4 now. And we're going. High cadence. Low zone 4 power. 95% of FTP. For 40 more seconds. Fifteen seconds to go. 5, 3, 2, 1, recover. I'm not purposely overshooting the target power. Again, that's the offset between my power meter and my smart trainer. That's why my brown line and power is going higher than the bars. You should try to have yours meeting the top of the bars. If you're having a real good day, yeah, you can go a little bit over. Having a bad day, you can be a little under. All right, we're going again in 5. Right at our FTP. 3, 2, fast cadence, go. Again, smooth pedal stroke. Feeling smooth around the circular pattern. Not really pulling up, just getting the foot out of the way. When the foot comes back up the backstroke and powers over the top. Nice high cadence. Try to get into the arms if you can. This is our last little bit of warm up. Three, 2, 1, recover. We got 3 minutes of real easy pedaling. Take advantage of it. All right, so for the session, I got the first block, 4 minutes long, power at 108%. Again, that's 108. Zone 5 starts at about 105%. We're doing a 4-minute block at 108%. I looked at a cross section of us cycling forward fitness athletes, and our zone 4 power is typically about 120% of FTP. So we did 4 minutes in our test at about 120%. I'm asking you for 108% today for the first block. So we'll be hovering about 10% lower than our 4-minute test. It makes sense, right? We're a little fatigued. It's the morning for many of us right now. So let's keep it reasonable. We got 2 sets of 3 intervals, 4-minute long, then 3-minute long, then 2-minute long. We recover, and then we do it again. And these intervals, keep your cadence on the high side. It doesn't need to be 100 to 120 like we were doing for fast pedal, but a time trial, most people will have cadence above 90. Don't let it get too slow, at least stay above, say, 85. I know the cardiovascular system will get more of a workout that way. You'll get breathing harder. That's the goal. But make sure you can make it through the intervals, so pick your pace. So first set of zone 5 intervals, 4-minute through 2-minute long. They're descending, so they get shorter each interval. And we're going to have low zone 2 bar between. So our first interval is 4 minutes long, and again, it's at 108% of your FTP, which is low zone 5. And that's coming up in 4. Get that cadence up, 2, shift those gears, and we're going. So just steady, nothing hyper fast, just a good cadence you can maintain. And settle in like you're doing a time trial. We used to do the time trial at Vaughn. This feels like that home stretch. Just came out of the corner. Got a few miles to go to the finish. Good technique. One minute left, keep it going. 15 more seconds. 3, 2, 1. Recover. Woo. Easy zone 2. Low zone 2. Normal cadence. Breathe and recover. It's all about focusing on recovery right now. No reason to do upper zone 2. No reason to do anything harder. Just recover. Relaxing the muscles, breathing, letting the heart rate come down. All right, we're only going up a few percent. We're going down in a minute, down 1 minute. So instead of 4 minutes, next interval is going to be 3 minutes. We went from 108% of our FTP. Now we're going to 112. Just a little bit harder and shorter. Trying to drive the heart rate up into zone 4, maybe into zone 5. Heart rate lengthens the effort slightly. You probably shouldn't hit your max heart rate. If you do, that means you're going too hard. Bring it down a notch if you can. I think that last interval I got to 161 or something. And my max heart rate's about 172. So I had a good 10 beats in reserve. That's a good thing. Later on, I might get a little cardiac drift. Might need to drop the power down slightly. It's just one interval at a time. That one felt pretty good. Hopefully it felt all right for you. Again, I got this offset with my power meter, so I was running a little bit hot. But I'm going to keep doing it as long as it feels manageable. I don't want to stop pedaling to go grab my mouse to reduce the power. 45 seconds more of sweet recovery. Feel those legs relax. Couple deep breaths. Try to improve from the first one if you need to. If you're trying a little higher cadence, a little lower cadence. Higher cadence on smart trainers helps you stay on top of resistance. So I tend to shoot for a little higher. We're starting in 5 seconds. Time to think about shifting gears on drum trainers. Get your cadence up on smart. 1, 0, go. 1 minute left. Only 30 seconds left. You've got this. 20. 10. 3, 2, 1. Recover. A little shorter recovery this time. 3 minutes. Take advantage of it. Load zone 2. Breathing, relaxing. Think about getting a drink. Bring that heart rate down, relaxing. Taking a couple deep breaths. Letting the legs relax. Quads, hamstrings, glutes, hip flexors, toes. Relax it all and breathe. All right, we got the last interval of the first set coming up. It's 2 minutes long. I'll get a little high cadence as preferred, not mandatory. Our power level goes up 4% again. So it was 108 for the first block, 112 for the second block, and now it's going to be 116 for the third block. Again, this is at least again 10% more than what like my WKO model would predict you could do for the average cycling form fitness athlete at this time of the year. So you might feel taxed during these intervals, but hopefully you're feeling like it's just barely manageable. If your heart rate hasn't really responded as much as you thought it should, it hasn't gotten as high as you thought you should, feel free to increase your cadence a little bit, or a little bit more on that high end of cadence where it's a little uncomfortable. That'll help bring your heart rate up. If you're on a standard trainer, of course you can go a little higher in power. Just remember we got one more set to go. All right, get ready. We've got 5 seconds. Shift those gears, drop that cadence, and we're going. You don't need to drop the cadence, really. That's my hangover from strength endurance. Cadence should be in the 90s for most people. Yeah, we just did 8 weeks of strength endurance, so sometimes my stressed brain goes back. High cadence, high power. Good technique. 30 more seconds to go. 20. 10. 3, 2, 1, recover. Woo. Dad? Yeah. Can you get my bottle in my mouth? Thank you. All right, I'm going to go down 5% or so. I don't want to be at 60%. I want it to be 55-ish. A lot easy recovery between these sets. I'll probably change this, the rest, be a little bit lower for the next time we do this. You got 4 minutes of super easy recovery. Bring the heart rate down. Taking all that tension and let it drain out your body. Get 3.5 minutes of easy pedaling still. Take advantage of it. Make it feel like a day at the spa. If you're on the smart trainer and your power's been overshooting the bars, you can do what I did. And that's just hitting the negative sign in the lower left. The problem that you have is you have to decide every block on if you want to go lower, because that's just the setting for one block at a time. So I'm just doing a little bit of easy pedaling, easier for the recovery. Hovering between 55 to 60% my FTP, nice and easy, relaxing. Heart rate's down in the 120s, that's good for me. Your heart rate might be different. Just try to get it down to zone 2 if you can. You do that by breathing, relaxing, while you're still pedaling nice and easily. Listen up the body. Don't engage any extra muscle right now. Save it for the zone 5 intervals left to come. I'm going to try to do the first one at the prescribed power. Just realize that mine's like overshooting it a bit. So if I have to go down 5%, that would be my reason. You might have another reason. Your heart rate might be getting way too high, or you know you aren't going to make it through the 3 intervals. That's okay. Lower the power a bit. You want this workout to stretch you pretty hard, but you don't want to break yourself. Don't go puke hard. That's too hard. Actually, I had a client puke once during a 20-minute test. And after the cleanup process, we kind of decided that was too hard. It was in my my training room at my old house, so I was in charge of cleanup. Poor guy had orange juice and whatever breakfast treat come up. I didn't look at the spew. I just cleaned it up. All right, so that's kind of sick, but I got your mind off what you're doing. Let's get back to a good mental frame. 43 seconds left to go until our interval. Low zone 5 power. Just getting our mind ready, our body ready. My heart rate came down to 118, relaxing. Instructions are on the screen. It's the same as the first set. Other than you might need to modify your power slightly up, slightly down, depending on how you're feeling. Again, hard, but not too hard. So we're going to roll into this 4 minutes in 5, 3, 2, 1. We're there. Oh yeah, I remember I put these 2% lower. So we're at 106%. You can thank me later. Low zone 5. Just a little bit lower than our first set. Got about 20 seconds more to go. You've got this. We're done in 7, 5, 3, 2, 1. Recover. No. Thank you. All right, I'm at 5% lower, and Ruby changed that setting. So on a smart trainer, you can go into the minus and plus. And if you're using the same version of Ruby workouts as I am, You can increase the resistance or decrease it by percentage. So my lower left, you can see it's minus 5%. But if you look at my brown power plot, it's right on top of the intensity bar we just did. And it's right on top of the intensity bar that we're doing. So what I've done by 0.5% is I've made the workout a little bit more manageable. I was struggling while I'm still hitting the power targets for the goal, for the events that we're doing. So that's how you can adjust it on a smart trainer. If you're running Ruby in the background, looks like you can pick a percent down and it sticks. So I got no problem if people are pedaling more at 55% than 60 right now. It's recovery. For me, I'm more at 60%. And you can see that with my current power. It's bouncing between 60 and 65. And again, that's based on my pedals. So the smart trainer and the pedals don't talk to each other. They're separate. And when you think about it, you tend to make better power out of your pedals than you do for the rear wheel. When you get to the rear wheel, you went through the crank, chain rings, chain, cassette. So the power drops down a bit. So this 5% difference, it can be purely where we're taking the power from, pedals versus smart trainer. Now the reality is, my pedals are what I use for my FTP tests. I believe they're more accurate. So that's why I'm struggling with this 5%. I only share that because you got to make the workout right for you. Stretch without breaking. You still need to show up for the next session, whether that's later this afternoon, tomorrow, or 2 days away. We don't want to create any injury or harm, but we want to make the body have to compensate from being overloaded. All right, relax. Hopefully your heart rate's down, zone 2. Some people recover faster than others. That's no fuss. Just so you're at least somewhat recovered for the next block. That starts in 30 seconds. Only 2 more hard segments to go. On that bond rectangle course, we got 1 straightaway, a turn, and a short straightaway to the finish. So let's hit this second to the last effort hard. We're going in 3, 2, 1. Target's 110% of FTP, and we're going. Trying to catch our Minuteman. We can see them in the distance. Looks like we're going faster. Let's get them. Keep the power under control. Let's move up smooth and steady. 110% got us closing. Don't rush it. We're catching that minute man that's starting in front of us in this TT, closing down. Thirty seconds to go. 20. 10. 3, 2, 1, recover. Woo! We almost got that minute guy. They're just a little bit ahead of us. Everybody's taking a little break. Get ready for one last push to the finish. For now, recover. Low zone 2 power. Normal cadence. We're consuming some of that lactate that's built up into our system. Let it happen. Low zone 2 power does a good job of burning off that extra lactate. We're combusting it for aerobic metabolism, clearing our muscles, getting ready for the next effort. That's why training in zone 1-2 is important also. It boosts our aerobic metabolism, our aerobic system, has us become better consumers of lactate over time. It also has us using fat and metabolizing fat as a higher percentage of our calories than carbohydrates over time. You gotta do lots of zone 2 training to get those adaptations, but if you persevere, they will come. Your zone 2 workouts need to be progressive. They need to be longer over time to empty your system on those long rides. You want to use up the carbohydrate you have in your body. You want to get a little depleted by the end of the ride. Sometimes heart rate will start drifting up and your power will be staying the same. On a long ride for the last half hour, you might need to drop your power to keep that heart rate under control. When you hit that fatigue state, your FTP is functionally lower than it was. You might have started the ride as a 300 FTP person, and you finished it with 270 or 260 FTP. So again, that's where heart rate can be a good overall indicator of when it's time to back off the power on the long ride. All right, one more block to go in 15 seconds. It's gonna be 2 minutes at 114%. And it's gonna start in 5 seconds. Getting that cadence ready, your body ready. 2, 1, we're going. Feels so easy when you first start, but you know it's gonna build. Be patient. We're chasing that minute guy. You can see him. We're catching him. Let's pass him before we finish. Using zone 5 power to get us there. Keep the cadence up. Keep the technique good. Breathe. Got about 30 seconds left. Go, go. Down to 20. We've caught your guy. Keep it going to the finish. Building our lead. 10 seconds to go. 4, 3, 2, 1. Recover. Woo. Suzanne says, oh my God. Awesome workout. Recover well. Don't just get off your bike. Don't just stop pedaling. You got to consume that built up lactate. This workout also teaches us to produce lactate, which is a good thing, and then to burn it off, which is a good thing. That lactate, that fuels our glycolytic system when we're burning carbohydrates. So lactate is a fuel. Our body uses it. It only gets to be a problem when it builds up too high and it changes the pH of our blood, our muscles. Becomes acidic if it gets too high. And it's actually a hydrogen ion. It's not lactate itself. It's just another byproduct of metabolism. So we measure lactate, but it's the hydrogen ions that are building up, changing the pH of your blood and your working muscles. So yes, it is acidic. It's not really lactic acid. It's acid that's associated with lactate buildup. So that's what I know about aerobic and anaerobic metabolism in a 30-second overview. I know more, but I'm a little drained on oxygen right now, so I'm just going to recover. Hopefully your heart rate's coming down. Suzanne and I are both in zone 2. Power's at 50%-ish. All about recovery. Muscles are relaxing. Suzanne might get off just a couple minutes early because she's got an appointment to make, a dental appointment. So she gets to go from doing this to being in the dentist chair. I was talking with some probably a late 20, early 30-year-old group leader at our company yesterday. And she was going to get a 4-hour medical procedure that was dental. 4 hours. They're going to put her under. They're going to extract wisdom teeth that are embedded in jawbone. So they have to break them out. And then she's getting 5 cavities filled. She's got some sort of condition where she's on medication. So she gets dry mouth all the time. She's never had cavities until now. And she's got 5 to get fixed and 2 wisdom teeth to get pounded out of her chin bone. So anyways, on that note, I think we're having a better day than she is. Some people can get a whole new set of teeth in that amount of time. Yeah, that's a funny thing. When you look at our teeth, they look perfect. All right, we've got 1 more minute of easy recovery. Take advantage of it. Got nothing to prove. My heart rate's down to 112. Getting close to zone 1. Now it's in zone 1. That's good. Hopefully yours is doing the same. You can see it going down. You can start pedaling even easier if you need to. Last 30 seconds. All right, thanks for being at our first VO2 Max session of the year. I've recorded this. So for various people, they might be doing this a second or third time. Well done, it's a tough workout. And think about joining the Cycling Form and Fitness crew. We have about 40 or 50 of these workouts in different variations to do. I just record a few just to kind of see what we're doing and to be able to do some yourself. So thanks for coming along for the ride. I just have to stop the recording. Somewhere here. Okay, we're going to stop.